So I was trying to figure out how to start this video and I can't come up with anything, so I'm just kind of jumping into it. So this is a new series that I'm trying, and it'll be the second week, second video. It'll always be a yellow thumbnail and it'll be marked as such. It's gonna be like tips and tricks, I guess, for Fortnite. I'm not a good player by any means. I just have been playing for a while, so I kind of know how you should go into build battles, hoping to get out of them, because they're all a little bit different. So I'm going to be showing clips from matches that I've had recently, and I'll talk after them, and I'll just try and give some basis of understanding of how you should want your building to go. So the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously change the first keybinds that you have for building. The next thing that you want to do for sure that everybody should have is turbo building. Here and auto material change, I think this is on by default, but turbo building I don't think is. This is so when you build a stair or anything, you can click and turn. I'm just holding down the mouse here and it'll keep building, but you can just turn and build the stairs. It sometimes gets a little choppy and it can... Okay, so my problems with turbo building is there's common bugs that it'll affect how quickly you can edit something, and it can get you killed if you're trying to quickly edit a hole in something. And I don't know, it's hit or miss, but it's definitely better to be on. I'd rather panic go like that and have a mess of protection than have to click one by one and just hope it goes where I want. The most basic strat for pushing somebody is obviously just just stare up like that. Problem is it can be broken super quick and easily, and the way that's evolved is just building a wall behind it as you go up. So this is when your keybinds come into hand. You have to be comfortable enough to not be looking down at your keyboard or your mouse. When you're in a build fight, you have to be focused on everything except the keys that you're really hitting. It's got to just click in your mind that I need a wall here, I need stairs here, I need a wall here, I need stairs. So this is good and fine. It's definitely better than just no protection. Once again, all it takes is a single little AR in just the right spot or an SMG in the right spot. Sometimes people just build to build. They'll just keep going into the sky, and it gets to a point where there's no point in trying to catch them anymore. You're wasting more materials than you'll get from killing them. The circle can come in, other people will start shooting it down. You're just making a giant beacon to where you are. And so many times I've gotten in build fights lately that I'll just drop down and get out of the fight, or I'll wait for them to come down to me, because they have to come down, or they'll launch pad out and then you just leave and you've lost 400 materials. Okay, so the other push that I'd say is most common is the double stair, double ramp. I'm pretty sloppy at it. I get the job done. See, like right there, that happens all too often. But this is obviously better than the first two because you're way covered. You've got two separate things that they have to shoot through. If they're at a far angle, they don't have an easy shot on just one. They have to break through 1, 2, and then break through the other two. And by then, I'm sure you've made your way down or you're doing something else that'll affect them. The point is it's super effective, and that's what most people will push off of. Some people, I can't do it well. I can't do it at all. They'll do this, that, and then see. I think that just wastes too many materials. I find fights when you're getting on top of somebody like this, if it doesn't lead into a build battle, it'll end very quickly after this moment. Once you're on top of somebody here, their best bet is to do like this, and then you're just wailing bullets down on them the whole time. So unless they're up there with you, the build battle will completely change from here on out. It won't be this anymore, it'll be the one by ones building up, trying to get up and over the other person. So that's when just building faster and smarter than the other person comes in handy. But these double wall pushes, I don't think they're as effective. I feel like you're safe to go into a build battle with around 400 mats of any kind. Obviously wood's the best, metal's the strongest. Wood, I'd never really use brick. I use it to build up places. Like if I'm trying to get to the top of this for some reason, I'll use brick. Just because it breaks so easily once it's first being built. I don't know if you guys know, but it breaks the fastest. It's the weakest off the start, and that's when it's most important. If somebody's hailing bullets on you, and you're standing here blocking with the wood, with the brick, they're gonna rip through it real quick, faster than they would with the wood. You just gotta get comfortable, and with the playground mode until they take it away, you can get super comfortable with building like this. Just practice, practice, practice. You have to get super comfortable in the way that you can move your fingers without having to focus on where your fingers are placing. You just have to know where you're going. Like I said about knowing when to pull out of a fight, it's, let's say, about 4 highs normally when it will start. You'll notice it'll start concaving out like this, and they'll get up, if they get up on top of you, they'll get up on top of you like this. When somebody gets on top of you here, that's when you'll come over and you'll do this. You use less wood than that. I went too far out. Some people will go out further than this actually. But then you'll come over here and build out like this to try and get above them again. But once again, this is when my problems start coming in. When they see you going out like that, they just do this. Okay, I butchered that. But what I meant to be doing was one by one-ing. The second that they see you getting an advantage, they just build up. And this is about when I just decide that it's not worth a fight. Once I've already gone up once, if they're already on top of me here, I know it's going to be really hard to catch them. It's not worth the mat sending into the sky. Not to mention how quickly you can lose sight of the circle when you're in build battles. There have been so many times that I'm in a build battle, then all of a sudden I'll hear the circle noise, and I'll notice I'm 3 feet from it, and I'll die running in the circle by getting shot in the back from the person that's built up into the sky, or I'll just die to the circle, or the second I get into the circle, I'm at 5 HP from getting tanked, and somebody will just walk up with an RPG or anything. Because at that point, you're down on mats, you're low on HP, and you have to worry about running to the next circle too, while healing and getting mats. It's just not worth it when it gets to a fight like that. Not to mention C4 can take all of this down in 1 or 2 attempts, and I've been noticing lately more and more people carrying C4. I think slowly the meta is shifting away from these giant crazy towers that mean nothing, and people are getting smarter with building. When it comes to C4, you kinda just gotta hope that they miss somehow, or your structure's extremely solid at the bottom, because 2 C4 can completely destroy just any build battle you're in. That's 2 C4 takes off the entire front of this building. Also, another thing I noticed lately, with the new re-peaking thing, it's relatively new. I think it's like a few months old at this point. Okay, so like this, to shoot this person, you see the red X? I can't shoot here, I shoot my own base. So to shoot this person, I have to full body peek here, like this, in the wide open with my big dumb head sticking up. So many times somebody's just looked up and unloaded. It's so much easier to just shoot a full body person here than nail a small, just top down silhouette of a human being when you've got their entire player model is just on your screen versus just the top-down view of them. So say you've just gotten into a build battle, you're building up on top of them here, and you've killed them. Congratulations. Now you're 1,000 miles in the sky. This is a little bit more chaotic and more structured for a fall down, but if it's 1 by 1s, you're looking at something like this on the way down. I suggest you take your floor, you drop down about 2, then you edit, drop down, 2, edit, and now you're down from like a 11-story tower with 0 fall damage, and you can do it really quickly if you try. I think that just about does it for the actual teaching portions of what I think you should know going into build battles. It's probably a little bit longer than I expected it to, but I don't know. I thought of more things as I was going of what I'd like to show. So I'm going to show some things and discuss them. I'll go ahead and show those and then wrap it up. Okay, so here's a section. You're gonna hear my keyboard and probably some overlapping voice, but I'll try and not talk when I'm talking in the video. But the situation here is we're playing duos and squads, so we just spotted 3 people. It actually ends up being 4, but we've only seen 3 so far in the distance here. So we're gonna try and tag them up before they can start building, and then we'll build in response. We don't want to build first because that will give away our position. They haven't seen us yet as far as we know.
Wow, the guy's one shot. I tagged him twice in the body and once in the head.
So that's important team communication, because now I know that this guy's super tagged. So 1 out of 4 is pretty much one shot. So now it's kind of like a 2v3. And you can break down the situation in your head that it's because he's tagged. You still have to take the situation seriously, but it's not sporadic as 2 versus 4 and these guys are about to build up on top of us. You can break down the situation. So Andrew is down the guy here, the one that was one shot. So now it's just a normal 2v3. There's one over here and there's 2 guys here. I noticed one of them's a no skin. He's not really building that much at all, so he's kind of the actual default like new player to the game. I tagged him twice there for 22, and Andrew started to say something about the one in the back, so I assume he tagged him multiple times, but I don't think he finishes this call out.
I'm pushing.
Yeah. So I want to try and tag this guy. The reason why I haven't built yet is because I'm not that afraid of this guy because he's super tagged. I don't know where the other one is, and this guy's only built a wall. He hasn't built stairs up over it yet. The only guy that has stairs is downed right here. So I can shoot him when he goes to peek Andrew. I don't want to build up and risk Andrew getting shot down while he pushes when I can take an easy shot here. See, he starts to peek up, but he doesn't go for Andrew, he goes for me instead, so I immediately respond by building. So here I'm doing the single ramp and wall strat, just because they're so directly in front of me and we're pretty much already on top of them before I've started building here. So there's no need to go crazy with the build. I'm already on top of them. Plus I don't have a super lot of mats and I didn't know how long this fight was gonna go. So I look down and I see this weird sight. He actually managed to revive this guy. So the one that was one shot from before that Andrew down was revived, but he gets one shot immediately by me, so I kind of steal Andrew's kill there, which sucked. I feel bad, but so now it's back to 2v3 again. Then in that same spray, I accidentally downed this guy because they were kind of together. I might have collateraled them, no idea. I get shot in the back here. I really should have turned and built, but instead I just dropped down. So I dropped down and I get a good shot on that guy. It wasn't that good, I just kind of put the gun in his mouth. But now I'm worried about this guy up top, and I have a really weird reaction to this. I don't build or anything, I just kind of look around like what's going on, because I'm a little confused. I didn't realize that I had gotten this guy down, so I'm still looking for the second guy over here versus the one above me.
Oh, last guy's one shot.
He gets 72 damage, pump headshot, and then dies.
I was shooting. That guy's the same skin as you.
Oh, another person. So this is a really important point. So this guy gets up on top of me, and I'm having a hard time getting some good views on him. Oh, then he throws a gas grenade. Those are actual hell, and my quickest reaction was just get out of there.
Oh, no,
so he throws a second one. And I kind of panic and I build out far like this, which isn't a good idea. I luckily take no damage from that fall. Out of that there. Andrew's circle. So Andrew gets tagged by a huntsman or a bolt there. So now this situation gets worse.
It's a whole team of default, I think.
So circle. They're on the edge.
I know that means they have to move, which means they get 3 shots.
See, I'm really trying to get him to come in because I don't want him to be where he is, and it doesn't go well. So it takes him down. His health goes from that much to 0. Like I said, I didn't want to be up there because of how breakable it was. That's what happened. The guy that dropped down with him, I finished up. See, the problem is Andrew's gonna have 1 shot, and he's about to die. He's down and finished before I could really do anything.
I just got killed by Negro Snake.
But, so now the problem is these guys pushing. He starts placing C4. So, as you can see, the panic build is the way to go for C4. You just gotta tank all of those explosives and pray that you have the mats for it. So I tag him there, and I try to block him off from the circle. Somebody else was shooting over here, so I panic built just walls to keep me away from them. I end up running out of wood here, and I land on that guy. So I think that's the only like analyzation of gameplay that I'm gonna do, because it kind of had a bit of everything in it. I hope you learned something from this, and I'll switch back over to the ending of the video. Hopefully you learned something or reinsured that you're better than me at Fortnite. You learned something out of the next video too. I don't know what it will end up being, but you can give me suggestions down in the comments if there's something you'd like to learn about. Like the shooting mechanics, how to effectively build in a fight, more so than just the building techniques, but how you should go about certain situations, team play, anything like that. But I think that'll do it, and thank you guys for watching if you watched all the way to the end and listened to my stupidity for so long. So thank you.